Hello and welcome back to Vintage Story, but we are on a different server. Have on Lone Wolf's Forged in Time server at the spawn-in, and gonna go around and look at some of this stuff that's around. It'll probably take me a bit of time. There's a bunch of stuff in the background, but I know that I can go in and look at Shanton and Lone Wolf's location here. I'll borrow some berries. Always need some good fast food in Vintage Story. And let's see. We've got a bunch of seeds stuff around here. Okay. Well, that might be nice to maybe grab a couple if we need it. See a bunch of stuff here planted. How nice. Got that up here. More berries, of course. And these look like animal pins. That is nice. So you probably have seen this on Lone Wolves and whatnot. I love the the little pool in here with all the lily pads and such. So this is their place. It's seems very Ashanton style. Got all the flowers out here, and it's like Shanton likes to kind of start with like an area and then just kind of add and add. She doesn't like pre-plan it. Got all of our workshop-y stuff around here. Ooh, that is a neat little banner. That must be from a ruin, would be my guess. And of course the original tapestries in the game. There is some mods. I don't think it's like really mod heavy, but made it kind of interesting. I really like the look of maps being displayed on there. That is pretty nice. Horus statues, I have not seen those before. That is interesting. Of course, lots more tapestries. And this will be leading into their, I don't know, spa meditation area. I love that the malachite is on there. Malachite's a really neat color. Can't really get it unless you use a palette or something. But anyhow, it took me quite a while to find a spot. It took me a few in-game days, and here I am. I found some interesting little inland lake kind of thing in the bay, and there were some natural little divots in the ground. So I figured I'd kind of use the terrain to my advantage. I'll need to fill in a little bit, but it made it quite easy to make a little basement area out here. Kind of dig our way down. And so I don't know if I might need to go another plop further down, but we'll kind of figure that out as we go. We got a Lone Wolf and Rowley on the server at the moment. My very basic stuff. I did take up a spear that was extra at Shanton and Lone Wolf's, so that I could actually survive a bit, because I didn't know how bad it will be or not. A little bit of food. The food's lasting pretty good. Let's grab a bunch, or not the thing, but grab a bowl of it out of there. So that's empty. Found some peanuts when we went south. Couple bits of seeds, but for right now, I always need to get a bunch of flax going. So there was a natural little pond here, and I thought maybe putting a greenhouse in between the two would be nice. I'll put some cattails and whatnot over there. A bunch of really good walnut trees around here. I think I'm going to want to do some walnut stuff, but I'm not going to want to take down those trees, though. I have seen a good bit around here. So we got some granite and whatnot down here, and then the shale up above. And with granite, I'm going to need to get granite sand so I can make the tan daub. So that will be something that I will need to get in addition to the other components that we'll take at. Oh, well, I won't show it there. There we go. But that is the color I'm going for, and with granite, there it is, all nice and solid like. So I'll try that. I think that the walnut will go good with it as well. So we have gotten our basic stuff started. Got some copper. I need to get a little bit more so I can get my stuff, and got just enough brown coal to take care of it for right now, but we could get those two once we get the copper going. Did find a scythe in a ruin, which is pretty nice, and a knife there. So we got a little bit going on. It'll take a little bit of time for that flax to get going so we can get some armor, but that is okay. So around here, I really liked the little lake here. I'm going to get a little canal, I think, going through here. Will work out just fine. Pretty good. And you can sail all the way around the edge of the coastline here. Go through these little bit of tight little space there. And that does get us up to spawn. So originally I was thinking like I wanted to get a little further away, but no. I'll get the first one going by spawn. They have all these roads and stuff to people's places and whatnot, that I think that taking this road west, and it goes a little further, goes diagonal, and then kind of corners around here, but it will come straight down-ish. I think I can get it through here pretty decently. Might need to get a little on the west side of it to curve it around or something so you're not going through all the little hills and whatnot. This road does take you to that nice little sundial new ruins. I think it's the Sunswept. Can't remember the name of that, but it's got that big huge mirror thing underneath. So that has been pretty neat. Finding a few things around. I need to go and look around a lot more so that I can get some more things. Pick up some sand. That will be important. So I'll have to go a little ways for that, just so we can get started on a place. I'm going to grab our ore here. Let's go down to the raft. Grab that. We can run along a little bit here. Get a little closer to the edge because, well, we can't really swim out of it or boat out of it yet. Until I get a little bit better tools. I don't think it's worthwhile to try to dig out that channel anyhow. So we had gone all the way down south. I mean, if I need to get more peanuts or pineapple stuff, I can go down there and get the seeds that I found. A couple interesting trees, so maybe I might at some point come down and get a few little things, but I could do it by going the raft or taking the teleporter down there. So some interesting little things I've found that we can deal with later. I think that I have pretty much this type of stuff that I need here. We got some copper, which I'll dig up around here. I'll make a little mark here, orange square and mining pick thing, and it comes up as copper. I think that I had originally, just going through here and avoiding the plants. Might need to move a few of those burnt sage bushes, but let's make a little notation here. We'll get that dug out as well, just so it's easy. And we got a little place around here. Yeah, I don't think I'll be doing too much exploring at the start unless I see something like really right at the beginning. Just because, well, that flax needs to grow up so I can then make some gambas in here soon. We got a lot of the nice bald cypress trees around here as well, which I'll probably use a bit of it just because they're pretty easy to come across. We got some pigoos right over here. Come up here, which is very foresty here, which is interesting. And I was hoping that probably somewhere, because it's quite foresty in here, you can't quite tell on the maps that it's so brown. We're probably going to find some bees around here somewhere, so that will work out pretty nicely. Oh, that's just gravel down there, unfortunately. It is pretty dense in here. Definitely will need to get some shears at some point just to kind of clean things out. And there we go. So when you first look away at these trees, they looked really weird. And where is the second one? I'm trying to find the trunk of these trees. I've already passed it. Okay. There we go. Big, thick trunk, really tall with these wide branches. Okay. So let's get into the raft. So we're going to go on across so that we can start collecting our sand for our house. And there's also a couple of ruins down here. So in case there's any blocks that I might think might be interesting, we'll collect a few there. So yeah, usually see a bunch of redwoods together, but two, let alone two that are kind of identical to each other. They're not, because some of them are kind of like bushier and some of them are pretty sparse and some of them have multiple scraggly limbs, but they're not like really full. So that was another reason why picking that area. It was just different. And it was green enough, had enough waterfall, warm enough because it's a little bit further from spawn. I didn't want it to be super warm because it can get pretty warm still. The equator is not set as far away on this map as the default, I think. So you don't have to go so far to get to southern climates or southern plants. I mean, I came across acacia and kapok, and I think I got a kapok seed, so we'll plant that and use that wood for something. There's just a lot of redwoods over here. Some more bald cypress if I need it. Very choppy water out here. Do like that they did make some waves now in the ocean. So a bunch of, okay, a little bit more ruins. It looks like some more deposits of stuff. So we'll have to just kind of look around, gather some inventory of stuff. I mean, this is kind of the stage that looks like brown, not brown clay, red clay. Brown clay would be kind of cool. And some of the mods there was, or some of the servers there was brown clay, which is kind of nice. We'll have to also find blue as well, but any clay will be good. We need the blue for the daub. Oh, bad mushrooms, bad mushrooms. All right, so we'll go up here and look around at some of the difference. It's very, very green out here. Medium soil, which I'll probably grab some of this over here so then I can put it into the more medium soil into the lake for more growing crops. Yeah, that was pretty nice looking over here too. I spent quite a long time trying to find that place, and then I just come right over here and go, oh, well, there's some nice places over here too. That is what happens when you start looking around and not finding anything for a long time, and then you find a spot, go, that will work. And then you come, oh, it's all nice and flat. Look at those hills and whatnot. Yep, red clay, that's what we got here. Alright, so we'll go ahead and look over the ruins. See if there's anything block-wise interesting. I don't think there'll probably be much of anything else that's interesting. Maybe get a little bit of wood, clay, definitely some clay because we'll need it for more stuff. I might probably leave the bald cypress here, but maybe there's going to be something else that's interesting. Sometimes there's high fertility. There used to be terra preta here. But I think they've maybe removed... Oh, hi, Lone Wolf. There he is. So we'll get back to more and next time. Thanks for watching, and see you later.